Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, Davis-Wade Stadium, where they've got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. Texas A&M about to put it away to start this game. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Mississippi State's offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. The Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to stop.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So Texas A&M's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Quarterback checking off. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense set on first down. To the air, it's Reed. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He'll pull it down and run. And the ball's loose. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, doing the making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when you start getting those long yardage situations.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. And the Aggies look to keep this drive humming. Now from inside the red zone. Catch in the middle, it's Watson. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for a man. It's Reed. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And where did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this now.
On second down, just keeps firing. Got his man in the middle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Mississippi State going up tempo.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Off the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Booth. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They'll try to power their way ahead. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats.
Mississippi State.
First down to start the drive after the break. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. To the ground with the bat. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you see the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
And now on second down for this offense. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
The Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Determined effort to pick up 6 and get it inside the red zone and down to the 16. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Moss. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And
quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
And how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. 4th down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, but they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Dropping back, it's Shapen. And his throw is incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. It's complete. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
I love the job the quarterback does surveying the defense there. Great job pre-snap recognition, understanding the coverage. He goes to his curl route, gets the completion, and picks up the 1st.
On 2nd and 10, a 4-wide-out set, trips right. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Booth. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Got room at the 35. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Allen. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Reed. They'll run the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggies. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty well.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They're going to ride this running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Gets it out fast.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On third down, going up top. Headed to the end zone, and he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he's finally knocked down. They're going to go for it on fourth down, and remember, from this spot, they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Looking for room, it's Lee. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Mississippi State right back to the line. What a complete and dominant performance from this defense. I'm sure Von Miller's watching proud.
And Myles Garrett
couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to. He's loose down the middle. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Aggies. And the stomping has commenced. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the ball.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And they get him again. This has not been the day we expected. This young man, we expect great things. Like, he is one of the better players in college football. You think he'd come out, put on a show, but this defense has had his number all game long.
Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. To the air, it's Chapin. Trying to get to, and now they come up with their 2nd safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Looking for a block. It's Muhammad.
The returner is tackled down at the 42. And the Texas A&M offense will take
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back the football, and they score some points, Palmer, put those points up on the board. Usually brag about it, especially defensively. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go down the field and put up a touchdown, this could be a potentially 9 to 10 point swing based on your defense getting you that safety. You've got great field position now. You've got to take advantage.
Get it out on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Great move there. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
The defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
They're 3 for 4 on fourth down in this one, and they'll try it again. They'll go with a direct snap. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice.
Touchdown, Aggie! And the punishment has been extended. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
41, Mississippi State, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Back to throw, it's Chapin. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and